Hello again, this is the course of information system development, and I'm going to continue what we are studying before. We learned about JavaScript, and in this video I will continue the next section about the JavaScript. So we'll learn about the basic concept of the JavaScript, what is JavaScript, and how can you implement in your HTML file. And for today's lecture, we are going to try to apply the JavaScript, and we want to understand the JavaScript syntax. Okay, you just learn about the alert, so you can see pop up, and then you already saw how can you use the .js file, which is a JavaScript, in a separate file, and you access it from the HTML file. So in this section, we are going to learn about the JavaScript syntax. The JavaScript syntax is similar to C#, Java. If you are familiar with C#, if you're familiar with Java, I guess it's not that difficult to understand the syntax in JavaScript. The operators are the same with the other programming languages, like plus, multiply, equal, not equal, and plus plus. So it means if you have I plus plus, so it means it will be equal to I equal to I plus 1 here. In the JavaScript, it is typeless because many programming languages, they require the type data, the data type. So the JavaScript is typeless. It means you don't need to define your data type. The conditional statements, we can use if and else. Okay? And for the loops, we have the for loop, we have while loop, we have do while, and array. Okay, of course, you need to understand the very basic data structure, which is array. And yeah, this kind of array is, I think, similar with the other kind of array in C# and Java. And there might be also this kind of array like the associative arrays. So it's like a sequence. And yeah, functions. Yes, in Java, maybe you know it as a method, okay, or in C#, they can also call it as function or method. And the function variables. So for example, in C#, it calls the C# delegates. Okay, so we're going to learn more about this syntax in this section. First, you need to understand that the JavaScript data types, there are two. Basically, there are only two, which is number. Sorry, not only two, but there are several types. We can have the something related with the numbers, which is integer and floating point. We can also have Boolean, which is true or false. We can have string type. Okay, so the string type means any characters that it is a sequence of characters. So for example, if you have variable my name, okay, then it means this is yeah, this is the var. Var means you can define the variable as a var, and regardless the type. Okay. If you put the quote like this one, so it means it is string. Okay, sorry, because it is the space is not enough, so it goes down. But actually, when you type in your JavaScript, is not available for separating in the other line. Okay. If you have arrays, for example, yeah, you just define a var, and then what is the variable name, and then you put the element of arrays in the square bracket. And you can see it's very flexible. You don't need to define the data type. Okay, so here you can insert the integer, and then you can have the floating point, and you can have string in one array. Okay, so you can mix the data. And there might be some associative arrays. Okay, so these associative arrays, or in the data structure, we can say it as a hash tables. Okay, what is it? It is like maybe in Python it seems similar with the dictionary. So you have the key, and then you have the value. You have the key, and then you have the value. This is another key, and then this is the value. So A is the key, and then whenever you try to call the A, then the value will be shown. If you want to access B, then the value 3 will be shown. If you want to access C, the value text will be shown. And in order to show this kind of associative arrays, you can use the JSON. Okay, so we will learn in a separate section about JSON. JSON means JavaScript object notation, and this kind of notation is one of the important data in this recent days, especially when the data is available on internet. So all of data or all of the data transaction in the web, we use JSON. Okay, so yeah, we will learn in the I think it's in the next chapter. In the JavaScript, okay, yeah, as I mentioned to you, we can use this kind of script like the my name, my array, my hash, and there are other things. Okay, so let's see. If I want to put this one, okay, I have this kind of script. Okay, let's see if I put this into the index.html. So last time we have the index.html. Let's say you have the script, this one. Okay, I just put in the head section. Okay, so I have another head. I have another script. Okay, so let me run this. So the sample.js is only just an alert. Okay, if you still remember, this is an alert. Hello from JS, and then if I run this, let's see. Okay, so you can see you can use both single and double quote for string. Okay, what is it? So it is in the index. Yeah, you can use both single and double quote for string. And then when you have my array, and then you have my hash, and let's say if I want to call my name, okay, my name is this one. This is the variable. Okay, yeah, my name is, you can use both single and double quote for string. And then yeah, PR means you want to go to the next line. Oh, I guess I need to put the closing here. Okay, so I put the closing. So I guess I've yeah, somehow there might be some issues, but I don't want to have the errors. So it's better to put the triangle bracket here. So if I want to call the variable in the HTML body, so you can just use document.write. So whenever you call a variable, then it will be written in the body section. And then I want to write my array. So what is my array? Okay, this is my array. Okay, my array consists of A, which the value is 2, B is the value is 2, and C, which is the value is text. And then you want to see the next line. So PR means you want to go to the next line. And then if I have the str, okay, str means you want to make it the string here as a JSON. Okay, so you can write it into the body. Okay, and what happened? Oh, okay, I guess this one is the string. Okay, so but this one is the sample. Okay, so if you don't, if you, it is the string. Okay, so if you just write this one, it will not work. Okay, because the array this array is 1 5.3 and AAA. Okay, one, oh, there's now no array here. Okay, okay, so the array is not printed. Okay, and then instead we just print the str. So the str is the section of this one. Okay, so we will check later how can we print the array. Okay, actually this one should be in the array, but I don't know why. Oh, I think I need to refresh. Ah, yes. Okay, so I guess because of the triangle bracket, so it has a problem. So when you refresh, then you can see this array is 1, 5.3, and then AAA. Okay. So what we can do next is, yeah, if it is an array, then you can deal with the index. Okay, so you can just check which index that you want to use. Let's say if it is a string, like some string, and then let's say this is a string in the variable test, and I want to check the test 7. Okay, so you can see 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, so the letter R will be printed. If you want to check the char at 5, okay, what is 5? 1 2 3 4 5 6. Oh, so it means the letter S. Okay, so you can try this one. Okay. So let's see, I just want to put this into, oh, okay, because it's too many. Oh yeah, you can just put this one. Okay. uh, let's see, let me refresh. So R. Okay, so R means this is the index 7. Okay, so if you put the index 7, this one, so it will start from 1 and then 2 and 3 and then 4 and then 5 and 6 and then 7. Okay, oh sorry, it is 8, so it's, yeah, sorry, it should be in the, oh yeah, this is the index of 7. Okay, it start from 0. And then if you are going to check the character at 5, okay, so it means this is the index of 5. Okay, 0 1 2 3 4 and 5. If it is the index, you want to check this one, this is a string test. Okay, so what is the character at 1? So index 1 is E. What is the substring? Okay, so substring means you want to have only the string in a particular index. So in this case, I want to check from the first index, okay, the index number 1, until the index less than 3. So it means I want to check the character which is index 1 and 2. So the result will be E and S. So if you can get this one, R, S, E, and E and S. Okay. You can have the idea to use this kind of array based on the stack. Okay. If you join the data structure class, you will know that stack is one of the data structure, and we use the stack to indicate an array, and the array will use push and pop. Okay, so let's see, this one is an array. I have 1 3 4, and then you want to show the length of the array, so there are 3 elements. Then this alert will show 3. And then if I want to insert one new element, 7, so the new element will be in the index 3. So let's see. Yeah, 3 is the length, and then 7, it will be the new element in the array. You can use plus. Okay, so plus means you want to join. If I have string 1 and string 2, and then I want to do the concatenation, so using the plus, you will just put those two strings in the same line. And then if you have the operation like 9 plus 9, so with the quote, it means 9 becomes string. So the 9 plus 9, it becomes 99. Okay. But if you want to convert the string into numbers, so you can just call the built-in function in JavaScript. We call it parse int. Parse int is a function, built-in function in JavaScript to convert from a string into a number. So, you know, int means integer, then any string, and if the string contains number, okay, not contain number, but if the string are numbers for all elements, then you can change into integer. So once you change the string into integer, then you will get a number. A number plus a number, then it will be another number. So the 9 plus 9 will be 18. But what about this one? Because it is a string plus a number, then it will be a string. Okay. You can define the variable as an object. Okay. Let's say I have the variable arr. It is a new array, and you want to define this. In this case, in this case, you want to define a new empty array. So the array has no value. If you want to declare some values in that array, then you can use this way. So var arr equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, for example. And you want to add some elements, as I mentioned to you, you can just push. Okay, so so it means you want to add one more element, 3, in the last of the array. And then if you want to pop, it means you want to exclude the last values. Okay. So it is the same with the concept of the stack. Right? And if you want to know the length, just choose the dot length. And then if you want to access every of the array element, then you can use index of. Okay. So this, let's see if I have this one. Okay, let me just delete this one. Okay, you have the var, and then what is this one? Yeah, you have this. You have this one, and you have this length, and then you have this index of. Okay, so you want to know, like, this one is the alert length, and then yeah, I want to know this index of one alert. Okay, and after you have this, let's run. Okay, 5, and yeah, there's only one, 5. So the length is 5, and then, oh, this is okay. You can see this is an error for me. So JavaScript cannot understand your error immediately. So you need to figure out what is the error. Okay. So in this case, yeah, we will show 5 because it is the length, and then oh, okay, let's say I want to know the element. Oh, so I want to know what is the element. Okay, because I already declared one. Don't forget, in JavaScript you need to put the semicolon. It's the same with Java. So if I run this one, okay, this is the length, element 5, and then 0 is the index 1, and then 3 is the element. Okay, so 3, because I push 3 and then pop, okay, so the last element will be excluded. Okay, so let's see when you want to show something, you can have the several ways, like alert. Okay, in alert you can just show the text. You can have OK and cancel button using confirm. Okay, let's see if I delete this one. So are you sure? Okay, so I want to know about this. If I get, then yeah, are you sure? So there will be two kind of checkbox, or there are two kind of buttons, OK and cancel. Okay, and if you want to use prompt, okay, prompt means you want to get the user input. So let's see, if I use the prompt here, I want to make sure that the user input something. Okay, you can input something, but 10, what is 10? So 10 means the default value. If you put blank, then the default value is nothing. But you put 10 at the first time, so it will give you 10 for the first value. Okay. Now let's see if I change the index.html a little bit, like this one. Okay, so I just copy and paste this one, copy, and I guess, yeah, I can just change this one, paste. So this is the head section, and after you have this head section, let's go to the next one, which is the body section. Okay, so just copy and paste again. Okay, so we have the JavaScript. The JavaScript here, I have one function. Okay, the function here is calculate sum. Okay, and in this case, there are two values. The first value is from the text box 1, and the second value is from the text box 2. Okay, and I want to convert this value into integer, parse in. So as I mentioned before, parse int means I want to change the string. So the any value that you insert into the HTML, it will be a string, and the string will be parsed into integer, and it will be in the value 1 variable, and then you will have another variable with value 2, and then sum equals to value 1 plus value 2. Now you can see I don't use any var. Okay, so you can use like this one, var variable. It is better like this one, but if you don't put this, and that's also fine. Okay, so the JavaScript is very flexible. Yeah, if you don't put anything, then yeah, it works. But of course there will be you need to remember, in programming languages there are some keywords, or there are some identifier that you cannot use, because the programming languages use that term. For example, if, for, okay, while. So you cannot use those one. And in the body, you can see here in the body we have one form, and let's just use one simple name, main form. And there are, okay, text box. So the value in the text box 1, it will be parsed into the value 1 in the JavaScript. So document.main form. So the document means in the body, main form is the name of the form, and then text box means the type of the text. Okay, and I want to get the value. The same with the second one, the text box number 2, it is also the text, and I want to get the value. And after I have the value, I would like to sum. Sum will be the value 1 plus value 2. And after I know the result, the addition result, and let's put the result into the text box sum. Okay, where is this one? Text box sum, and the value will be the sum. Sum is the variable that is the result of value 1 plus value 2. So don't forget, when we are creating this HTML, we have one button. Okay, there's this button, and we have a value. The value means the button description, and you click on the process, and it will run the JavaScript. The JavaScript here, you want to call the calculate sum. So this is the function of the calculate sum. And after you run this one, the value will be printed in the text box sum. So let's see. Now it means, yeah, I have 5, and then I have 2, for example. Then the result will be 7. Okay. If you want to use a more elegant way, okay, so if you want to make an elegant way, you can use the JS file, and yeah, you need to access the JS file. For example, I have prom.js. Okay, so I can just use this statement for the index.html. Okay, and then I would like to do the prompt underbar test.js with this function. Okay, so let's see. I'm making a new file here. So it is a new file from JS, so JavaScript. Okay, prompt underbar JS. Is it right? No, I forgot. Prompt test. Okay, sorry. I need to make tests. Okay, and then this is the things that I'm going to use. Okay, so after I have this, let's see if I refresh. Okay, you will do the prompt test. The prompt test. Oh, yeah, you will see a prompt. Let's say 10. Okay, and plus. Okay, the result will be plus VAT equals to 12. What does it mean? Let's get back to the code. Okay, in the index.html, we have one static. So we load the static. The static. Yeah, we are going to load this static folder. So we define on the settings.py. So every time you load the static folder, yeah, you need to use this statement. And then the script for the JavaScript is this located in the static folder, and you can go to the JS folder, which is the JS, and then go to the prompt underbar test.js. So this is the prompt underbar test.js, and it is a JavaScript. So don't forget to put this one. Because some of the script might not be JavaScript. It can be VB script, or it can be another script. And there is one button in the body. So the button is valued by prompt test. And when you click this one, it will go to the sample function. Yeah, so what is sample function? So the sample function, it will be in the prompt test. So here is the sample function. And the sample function contains two lines. The first is price. Price will be a prompt. Prompt, okay, you will show a pop-up, and then you will ask the user to enter something. If the user would like to enter the price, then yeah, they can change the price. But if there is no price, just give a default value, and the default value will be 10 in this case. And after you have a new value, if it is not 10, I guess, if you change the value into like 15 or something, then it will print alert price plus VAT equals to price multiplied by 1.2. Okay, so this is the reason you can get 12, because if you just use the default value, which is 10 multiplied 1.2, then it is 12. Okay. Okay, I think I will finish this video until this section, and I will continue the next section in another video. Thank you very much for listening.